Hey everybody, welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Technical difficulties are real.
Yep.
You got to give us a little credit. This is like stream officially number one
Yeah.
of
Episode one.
of the HoppedUp podcast with Mark and Jonathan. And I've lost my chat. I don't have the chat, but Mark has the chat. So Mark's gonna be fielding your
Craziness.
questions today. I
Yes.
I can see everything. I just can't see the chat. So
Craziness. I mean, when we did our test run, it was literally the other way around.
mhm.
It was I couldn't see anything. You saw everything.
Yeah.
And then we were on some very mean time delay. So
Yeah, I think we're still like a 30-second time delay. I can't figure out why I can't change that, but we'll get it going. I'm going to try something here while we're going.
okay.
I've got a way to pop the chat out. I might be able to put the chat on the screen and we're going to see this. So it'll be like you might see Mark and I kind of shrink and move, and then the chat might appear actually on the screen instead of on the side, instead of like
Yeah.
you'll see it in both places, so you'll probably see the delay too. So but I'm gonna let
Hey, what's
Mark
up, man?
kind of introduce every,, and since Mark is looking at chat and I can't see it right now, he'll kind of say hey to
Yeah, I'm
everyone.
literally eyeing the chat right now.
Oh, good thing I gave you
Hey
moderator
everybody.
privileges. That's
I know,
at least
right?
positive.
Craziness.
That worked.
It's like I'm really your co-host now. Oh my goodness, we are so legit. Thank you. Love the shirt. I've been a big skate fan for a long time. I mean, I landed a kickflip once and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm okay. I'm done with getting my skateboard hitting me in the shins. But hey, thank you for noticing the shirt. And thank you for joining us for our first episode of the Hopped Up podcast with Mark and Jonathan. And we're going to have a good time tonight. Hey, man, we are trying to get things sorted out, and it wouldn't be a episode one without some kind of technical difficulties. Believe it or not, we've been at this for about half an hour.
Yeah, it's been like for a good solid 30 minutes, like just
Yeah, man.
going over here. But hey, on my side, it says like 0 drop frames and all that good stuff. So
Hey.
I just can't figure out why live chat didn't work. So, oh well.
Well, there's always episode two. I mean, it's not like this is gonna be one and done. So
Right. I was trying to do the
we hope to
pop
keep
out
this
chat.
going.
So, oh well.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out, bro.
We'll get it going.
So let's get into our first order of business. I guess we wanna always start it off with updating you guys to see what we've been up to since this last time we spoke, which was our pilot episode. I guess we answered some questions, we hung out with everybody, had a good time. Hey, John, what was you up to this last week?
Man, this last week been working on some videos. I picked up some cool new stuff. I've got I think one you just did a video on actually. I grabbed the Steer Scout.
Galaxy?
No, the Steer Scout.
Oh, the stars. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did the
Okay.
Galaxy like a month ago, I think, but I got the Star Scout now, so that's
Dude,
kind
this
of
Star Scout, man, it's got some narwhal energy.
dude.
It looks like an assault narwhal. The first thing that came in my mind, I was like, if there was a spirit animal for this gun, it would be a narwhal.
It's just need to put a little like just paint the barrel like the horn, maybe. Is that what it would be?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
totally. The gray one with
Yeah.
that high lip with that slim pencil barrel sticking out. Totally looked like a narwhal. Yeah, man. What else? Did you review the Galaxy?
Yeah, I did the Galaxy, God, like a month plus ago.
Oh man,
A while
I am
back,
late
yeah.
to the game.
Yeah, I have to look. I don't know.
I
It's
just
been-
felt like I had to do it. I felt pressured from the outside because I saw all the cool cool guys doing it. So I figured.
and everybody thought it was like some made up product, and I'm like,
I thought it was a meme gun.
it was a meme gun. I'm like,
the
nope,
AP-01.
it's the Ruger 2245 Mark IV.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
a real gun. Yeah, I was like,
Fun stuff, man. So myself, last week was pretty kind of standard. Go to work, get off work, but we had a joint scrimmage slash preseason football game
oh,
against our intercity rivals. So for you guys who don't know, I play American football on the weekends. That's my inspiration to work out.
by the way,
other
I
than,
love that
trying-
we now have to say American football. Now that
I know. I said that those words left my mouth. I realized I need to clarify this because we have a bunch of Brits. Like, we have Chris Pratt in the chat.
Chris,
Big
like
shout out.
the Chris Pratt or
He's British Chris Pratt.
oh, British Chris Pratt.
So,
Okay, British
So-
Chris Pratt. Gotcha.
So it could be Christopher Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a big shout out to the big, the one and only celebrity watching us right now.
Yeah. By the way, to the chat, is our audio levels okay and all that? Because since I'm like not able to follow, do we need to be louder? We good?
Just let us know like what the
Yeah.
audio is like. I'll move my mic just closer, just a
Yeah,
tad.
just a little bit.
So
Just a
yeah,
little bit.
so we had our game on Saturday, and then I woke up today. Not today. I woke up. I had the game on Saturday. Woke up today. I did get hit in the head a few times. I woke up on Sunday, and then I was greeted with a laugh by ha 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 ha. You're so old. Look at you. You can't even walk.
Really? Who
Yeah,
did that?
that's what I got. I mean,
Who picked
I
on
don't,
you?
I don't want to have to out somebody,
Okay,
but
don't don't not gonna out anyone. Fine. I see.
it was someone very close to me, and all I heard was ha ha ha. You look so old, you can't even walk.
Oh my god.
It is what it is, right?
That's kind of how I feel too, man. Like for me, like I've been hitting the gym more and more, and well, not the gym. There's no gym. So, by the way, I'm like literally resizing our windows. I figured it out now. While like I'm live, so I'm
Okay.
like multitasking here. I've been hitting the weights here recently,
You're the man.
and like trying to get in shape, and I think I'm doing a pretty decent job. Man, some days I wake up, I'm just like, oh, why did I do this to myself? It's like, wait a minute, I'm not.
Bro, yes.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I'm right
Jeez.
there with you. For me, it's usually at the end of the workout where I have to go work on my abs, and I lay there and I'm like, man, why am I doing this? Oh yeah, Takeshi, I do want to get a different mic. Other than the fact that this over my head sometimes it's a little hot.
Yeah. Gotta get something. We'll
But hey,
upgrade eventually. We'll get like
oh,
high tech. Right now we're
yeah.
kind of doing with what we got and
Yeah.
all that.
Hopefully you guys can at least hear me without sounding like I'm talking in a tin can. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, you're good. I think you're okay. I mean, I can hear you just fine. So if it's kicking out and the little meters look good. So
Yeah. So yeah, we're doing that. Then we have a holiday coming up next week. On Thursday we have a holiday. It's the handover day. So it's the official day of the Hong Kong SAR establishment, July 1st. I don't want to call it National Day, and I don't want to call it Independence Day because it's neither of the two. But
okay, interesting.
for lack of a better term, it's
handover
basically
day.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So that's like that. We just had what, Dragon Boat Festival just now?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so that's both in Taiwan and in China, and I think there's some like parallels in some other Asian countries
Is it
as
on
well.
the same day? I think it's on the same
Yeah.
day, right?
Same
Yeah.
day, same weekend. Yeah, it's like a weekend holiday here. It's funny.
Yeah.
Everybody back in the States is like, man, you guys like always doing a holiday in Asia? I'm like,
Yeah.
it feels that way. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Some of these holidays feel really made up too, right? Like
Yeah,
they
they
just feel like, oh,
So
come
there's
on, man.
there's a story behind Dragon Boat Festival, though. I think.
Yes.
Right?
So if oh my goodness, all my Chinese peeps out there, don't judge me.
I just totally threw you under the bus actually for this one too. I'm gonna let you explain it while I'm
Appreciate it.
working on the color and the movement and moving our images right around a little bit.
Appreciate it. So the story behind Dragon Boat Day was apparently there was a hero back in the ancient days of China, and then this is the TLDR version. He got accused of some stuff, and then that he was wrongfully accused of, and then the government, the ancient Chinese government, had him kind of executed, and they threw him in the river. And but since he was a hero, everybody wanted to preserve his body, so they would make these rice cakes, I guess, but these rice rolls with glutinous sticky rice, and they would stuff it with some different kinds of stuffing, and they would wrap it in bamboo and throw it in the river. When they throw it in the river, the fish would then eat that instead of his body, and then the dragon boats would also kind of protect his body that's in the river, and also kind of ward off like the fish and the evil spirits. So he's always preserved in the river or in the water.
Okay, so
Again,
that's
I could be
the story.
totally off base, but this is the TLDR version that I learned when I was in school.
Hey man, I'm down with the TLDR version because that's more than I got. So I'm not complaining one bit.
I wish every festival was as straightforward as Buddha's birthday.
Really,
The dude had a birthday.
Yep, birthday done.
Yeah, Buddha had a birthday. It's
All
what
right.
it is.
Well, cool. While you bought me some time, I've actually like adjusted the the screens as best I can for right now. So
Hey, we look different.
we do. Yeah. A little bit. I'm tweaking as we go. Like basically this is episode 1, so like I literally have, and if you've never live streamed before, like you have all these different windows open. Like your computer has like 6 windows. 'Cause I'm doing a one PC
Yeah.
stream, and
Yeah.
I've got like all the software that goes through something else and comes back around. And I mean, I'm not going to get technical, but it's definitely yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. So all right, now you got my full
It's good.
undivided
It's
attention.
good. It's good to have my Chinese peeps correcting me on the fly. It's called a rice dumpling,
The rice,
sticky rice wrapped in bamboo leaves. So
yeah,
thank you for correcting me
and there's usually like
and
some meat inside
keeping
there
me in
too.
line.
There's like meat
Yeah,
inside.
there's different versions, right? So there's like so my grandma in the village. So I live in a village, guys. The perks of living in Asia. My grandma lives that way, 30 seconds away.
That way.
That way.
I like how it's just
Like
that
literally
way.
right there. Across the road, that way, 30 seconds, grandma's house. So grandma and her girls would get together like a week before the festival, and then they would be, they would be packing, some meats, and sometimes it's green beans, sometimes it's like a salted egg, the egg yolk.
Mhm.
And so there's a big variety. So it's pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, I've tried them. Like I don't know, they're not my favorite. That's usually so.
Was it the poet that committed suicide, Stupaka? I don't know. Maybe we just learned different versions, growing up. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I mean, it's always quite romantic and quite tragic, these old Chinese legends.
Yeah, they all seem to have like kind of a both to it. You're right. There's definitely like always some sort of like tragic
Yeah.
element. What is it like
Yeah.
Lunar Festival?
Yeah.
That's tragic because that's like to deal with like the
Like they're lovers?
the lovers, and
Yeah.
like it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet-esque story, kind of
Something like
thing.
that. Yeah.
like
Yeah. And
star-crossed lovers.
they're only allowed to meet like once a year, and then somehow there's like a jade rabbit up there, and they're always pounding mochi. But then I feel like that's also like a Japanese version of the folklore. And it's just
Yeah.
John, I'm gonna tell you, as the designated half Asian person, I've never felt more white in my life
Really.
than, than trying to talk about this.
I don't even have to pretend ignorant. I just totally ignorant. But for all those you out there have never come this direction, once the world opens back up, you definitely got to come out here. It is absolutely a wonderful corner of the world, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I definitely would highly recommend go visit Taipei, and then go visit Hong Kong. It's like I always refer to people as this, like these two cities are like Asia light, right? They give you that taste of that Asian culture, but you're not thrown off in the deep end.
Right.
Like it's a good entry point. You have all your Western amenities. Things are in English. The PA systems are in the local language, and then also in English. So
Subway systems the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
if you want KFC, or if you want McDonald's, or if you want
Yep. 7-Eleven.
Domino's Pizza, you can go get it.
Yep.
But just
I mean, a lot of people would immediately think like, if I'm coming over here, maybe for some, like since we're talking about festivals, oh, maybe we should just jump straight into going to Tokyo, right? Or Kyoto, and go to like one of the lantern festivals. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like the return on investment on going to like the lantern festival in Kyoto is a billion%. But then you're going to a place that is so much history and so much tradition, and like that's the deep end, I would say. That, or like if you go to like Chiang Mai in Thailand, or like Bangkok, where they're very kind of cultural, and you get that experience. You may not get a little bit of that Western feeling that you get used to. It can be a little daunting to some people.
Yeah. Like I think it was going to Japan was a little bit, for me, a bit of a shock. Not a shock, but it was definitely was like, oh, but I was already living here before I went. I'd already visited Hong Kong a couple times. So like it was just baby steps. It was like, oh, okay, no big deal for me. It was just the next level. I mean, it was definitely a language barrier there. I think that's like you get to advanced mode, and by the way, Rico Jr., thanks for the sub.
Hey, thank you.
But the going to Osaka and whatever, thank goodness we've got our good buddy there, Misaki, to help us out, because like the language barriers is real. Like even if people speak English, unless they're incredibly confident with it, they are just not.
Yeah.
Like it's like a cultural thing.
For sure.
it's sign language time. I mean, it's
Yep.
really
Absolutely. And the thing is, like, you can watch all the TikToks and you can read all the blogs and watch all the Instagram videos and stories that people post about Japan. And then you feel like you have an idea until you get there and you're like, wow, oh my goodness, this is everything I thought it would be. At the same time, this is nothing I imagined it would be.
yeah.
Right?
That's a pretty good way to
It,
describe it, actually. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's as advertised, but then also surreal. I don't know.
Yeah, it really is. It's like if you ever grew up kind of in that 80s, 90s anime era and you watch a lot of the slice of life stuff and like, they eat in the ramen shop that's super small. They pack their bento boxes that are so detailed and precise. And then you have an idea and then you go there and then you see it, but then there's so much more that goes on behind it. Or like when you're in the ramen shop and you see the interactions between people, and then you're kind of like, wow, I've really like maybe in like I was in Hokkaido when this happened. I've walked into this really nice place. I really felt like I bit off more than I could chew. No one could speak any English. It's set a maximum of 8 people, plus the jackets. So it was literally, I'll take this one. You
Yeah,
know?
or even worse, you got to use the machines outside when you want to
Oh
order.
yeah.
So
Oh
you
my
like
god.
you have to
Yes.
like walk up. Like first time I just walked right on, and I'm like, all right, I'm here, and they're like, they're just like pointing outside. They're like, no, 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 leave,
Yeah.
leave. I'm like,
Yeah.
leave. I go, no, 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 machine outside. I'm like, oh, okay, machines outside.
Yeah.
Like, of
They'll
course,
walk
not
you
in
to it.
English. Yeah, they'll walk you to
Yeah.
like this is sign language game. This isn't like
Yeah.
I'm putting
For
in the
sure.
words because there's no
And
words.
they make you feel so bad about it too
Yeah,
because they'll walk you to it, then apologize to you. You're like, no, 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 no,
no,
no.
no, no, no,
It's
no.
my dumbass that didn't know how to
Yeah,
use the
exactly.
machine.
It's like
You
I'm the foreigner here, man. I have no clue, right?
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah. Don't
concept.
apologize to me. I should be
Yeah.
apologizing to you.
Yeah. And by the way, I like I said, Iron Women 21 and Steve Reed. We if we missed yours, I didn't want to miss your subs, so thank you for yours.
Yes.
So
Huge thanks. Hey guys, I see y'all having this really good conversation in the chat. Y'all really popping off tonight. Big thanks, guys.
thanks for just putting salt in the wound for me there, man. Like I can't see chat anywhere. Like I have zero visibility to chat.
So
So
man, like they're talking about like fish and chips, they got some whiskey and beer going on.
oh, I
Like they,
hate
they
you.
got a whole conversation going on over here between Herm and Stu Baca. So they're doing their thing.
So
Hey, so I think we danced around this a little bit because people in the chat were talking about, ooh,
yeah.
who got demonetized.
Oh
So
yes. Here we go.
so I mean,
Oh my
I
gosh.
think we
It
can.
just popped up. Now I have
Your
chat.
chat just
I've got
popped up.
everything. Everything's live. Everything's like here.
Oh. Oh, rip Jonathan. Hey, what's up, E House?
All
What's up,
right.
Eric?
Oh my gosh, I got stare. There you go. Oh, and chatbot's working, man.
Yeah, it is.
Good. All right, so I got chatbot in there. So yeah. R.I.P. Jonathan. Hey,
Don't
man, I'm here,
don't
bud.
don't say that, bro. Don't say that, bro.
I'm
You're gonna make
here.
it go to my head.
Uh,
My only other, I wouldn't say my only other, but one of my few other friends that is based in New York, my boy Eric.
Yep.
Gotta love this guy.
Robert McGain, thanks for the sub, by the way. All right, I feel like
Oh,
I'm actually part of like.
thanks for the sub, Rob.
I'm seriously, I'm so happy now. Now I can test as we get a little further. I'm going to test the pop out chat and try to get this when people do. If like you do like, I think I can send chats to this.
Yeah, I can finally see your chat. So guys, just kind of give you like we're gonna get into like the juicy part of this podcast, but like earlier during the countdown, I swear to God, on my screen was like a minute and 35 or something like that. Jonathan's typing furiously on his keyboard and presses enter. He looks me then in the eye. He goes, "Hey, did you see anything on chat?" I'm like, "No."
Oh. Like it's just like these moments of panic, right? It's just like, oh, we're trying. We're
Yep.
trying. Oh my gosh. All right, so let me see here.
Hey, Big Rob in the house.
So
Jono, you met Rob before, right? At Iwa, he was helping us with filming. I think you and him had a conversation about doing content, like YouTube media content stuff. He was doing some stuff with PewHub at the time, but then he was also filming for me during Iwa the last time we had Iwa in 2019.
I'm trying to place it. I've slept since then, so it's like
Tall British guy, super handsome.
That's it.
That
he eclipsed your looks. Yeah, that's it. Yep,
of course.
That's it. I remember now.
I just had to say it. Tall British guy, super handsome.
That's it. You just pulled it right in.
It is what it is.
You got it. All right.
I can't. They are having a totally separate conversation here. They're
There.
talking about fish and chips.
That's fine. You know, man, they can.
It's all good. I love it. We gotta
It's
keep this
awesome.
going. I like this. So, are we gonna get into the goodies? I'll let you set the tone.
Yeah, let's get into the good ones. Like I was gonna like try to get this chat thing going so we could like pop up some chat up at the top, but I'm like,
Right.
no, not right now. So this has all happened, and I'm gonna bust out the old phone here so I can open up the actual post so I can kind of. Let's go. I just literally just opened it, closed it out. Let's see. So I don't want to misspeak.
All right.
Here we go. So if you go to, I don't know if you guys and gals out there know, and I'm sure you do. He's got like 500,000 subs on his channel.
Big boy.
The Swamp Sniper. So if you guys know the Swamp Sniper channel, it's Bala Hack Airsoft. It's Chris, who's the owner of Bala Hack, but also does this really. I mean, his production value is like off the chart. I mean, I think he did production. He does professional production work, or has, and he did it for like like Shipley for a while. I know he did some stuff for him, and he's been doing video production work for quite a while, like on a professional level. And the production value of what he puts together, the narratives of the events he puts on there, because he does like these wasteland events. He does all kinds of crazy like just themed events and things that I think are fantastic for the community, where you get beyond the milsim, the speedsoft, and it offers a third dynamic, right? And I'm not disparaging any way to play airsoft. I think every way's right, but it's cool to see someone like him, and kind of like what Jet does too with his Desert Fox events, to put these more fun, whimsical, not so serious, but also serious, because you get really involved in like this lore and all that.
Yeah, you're in it, man.
You are in it. And I know, like, E-House, have you gone there to any of those? I don't know if E-House has gone to any of his events. I've been to Bala Hack once. Amazing field. Awesome. I mean, and even like a regular game day, he's always thinking up like creative ways to play. It's so cool.
Right.
So now that I pumped him up, here's the downside. He posted this, and I'll just like, he got the dreaded email. Now, I've been seeing YouTubers get this lately. I have never seen an airsoft channel get this notification via email. I think it's a console. I think it may be the console. When he logged in, he got an email notification on it too. It says your channel is no longer eligible to monetize. After reviewing your channel, we found that it does not follow YouTube's monetization policies. Now, what to do next? It says review our feedback, and it gives him why they demonetized his channel. And I'll tell you why this goes a little deeper in a second. And then it says you need to edit your channel and reapply. And it shows you your thresholds of like how many subs you have to have and how many watch hours you have to have before you can reapply for monetization, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And that's, for a channel like his, he had like 2.9 million watch hours and 588,000 subscribers. So over half a million.
That's a lot.
Almost 3 million hours of watch time cumulative.
Yeah, for real.
So here's the deal. It says harmful content showing creation, modification, or sale of weapons that may result in injury to others. This includes links to off-site sale. So this is interesting, and this could really hit a lot of people when it comes to airsoft. Like, so if you guys and gals don't know, as an airsoft channel, you already can't run ads on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, any of the platforms. Like, you just cannot run advertisements. So if I want to try to promote my channel and throw money at it to try to get it to more eyeballs, to try to grow my viewership, it's impossible. They immediately...
they won't even take your money.
No, they won't take it.
No.
And that's why I've stepped away from Facebook, because Facebook will limit your post and say, hey, you want to reach this to reach more people, promote your post. And I'm like, well, great. I go hit promote. They're like, oh, just kidding. You're airsoft. You can't promote. I'm like, but you've stopped sharing my post because you said now you want me to pay to share it more. And they're like, yeah. Well, can I pay? Well, no. Well, what happens? Oh, we just stopped sharing your post. Sorry.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I mean, I feel like this also comes in waves too. Like, for a while, it like Instagram, it would be Facebook for a while, and then Instagram for a while, and then YouTube for a while, and then it would go cycle back to Facebook for a while, right? So 2 weeks ago, our lovely, creative, manager, Quake, who runs our Red Wolf Instagram.
And
Big
this is
shout out to
your
Quake.
day job, Red Wolf, by the way,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
those
this is
that
day
may
day
not
job
know,
Red
which
Wolf.
is probably
So
nobody.
we were just posting, we posted about some of you guys may have seen it, but we posted something about the what's that called? The Steyr Scout, right? We simply asked a question that we have done in every single one is, uh, which color did you like? And then we say, hey, check out more on our website, right? And we've done this on essentially every single post. And Instagram went out and removed our post. It said like, oh, you're promoting, firearm sales, which I find just hilarious because now they decide that they're gonna pull our one post here, and
Really?
then which then goes back to what I'm saying. It comes in waves, is because there was a time where I was going through my Instagram and I would randomly see people removed from my follow list, or people who followed me would be removed from my follow list, or I would be following people that they would remove me from finding them. And then I couldn't even search them on Instagram. And these weren't even gun people. These are just normal people.
That's a weird one because like the issue we're running into here, and this to kind of hit on your point exactly. Every video I posted, the last 10 to 15 videos I posted, including the one I put
Yeah.
up today. Like I did one today. It went live on the Stin Mark II. I did a Stin Mark 5 video a
Yeah.
while back. Stin Mark II, the long branch versions. That I'll upload it, the monetization flag, and I'll tell you why monetization is important. Because you're going, oh, Jonathan, you just want to make money off YouTube. Well, it's more than that, and I'll tell you there's a reason behind it.
Yeah.
So it goes monetization it's a little icon. So you're green, yellow,
Yellow
red,
or red.
or
Yeah.
black. It's red or black, I think. I forget which one it is.
I think it's red. We've been slapped with a few reds.
Yeah. And if you turn it off, it's
Yeah.
black. Yeah. If you decide not to enable monetization, meaning you
Yeah.
can run ads against it.
Yeah. And a strike through.
Yeah. So it would be green. And then
Yep.
and the YouTube runs their check. When you upload a video, it processes it says, hey, I'm checking your video to see if it meets the requirements. And
Yep.
basically you can't show how to modify a real gun. You can't sell guns, which is a big problem for your channel, by the way.
Yep.
And things like that. Then at some random moment within an hour to 3 hours or 4 hours later, it'll just arbitrarily switch to, nope, can't monetize it.
Yeah.
Yellow, limited monetization. So then
Exactly.
I submit it for manual review, meaning a human being has to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And that could take 3 hours or it could take 2 or 3 days, just depending on how backlogged they are. And
Yeah.
I've had so far 100% overturned. So it's all back to green again. Like they watch
Yeah.
it. So the system says no. And then the people go, well, yeah, it's fine because I'm not showing like anything that's in their bad. They have a specific bad list. So when you go and
Yeah.
submit your video, upload it, there's a list of, does your video contain these things?
Yeah.
And one specifically talks about airsoft. There's actually one in there specifically addressing the word airsoft. And I'm like, nope, never does. Like none of mine follow that. I'm not using it unsafe. I'm not shooting at people without wearing protective gear. I mean, that's like very clear in the terms.
Yeah, for sure.
And yet again, it's always limited. Yeah. And eHouse,
Yeah.
yep, same thing, man. you ramble, but even my Q&A videos get flagged.
Yeah.
So-
I have another. This also kind of balloons into a bigger issue too. Like, for you guys who've been kind of following Red Bull for a while, let's put it back a couple years. Our videos, let's say over a weekend, we would hit maybe 15 to 20K views, and thanks, it's a lot of your guys's viewership and you guys sharing it. But then you start to see YouTube with their limited monetization. The moment I see that limited monetization, I already know that they're doing something on the background that is really causing a limit to how my videos are being shared to other people's feeds. You know what I mean? Not so much the subscription feed, but even for recommended. Like I'm subscribed to Red Wolf on my personal YouTube channel. I'm also I subscribe to a bunch of other YouTube stuff, airsoft stuff. but I rarely see my own videos show up, which is, you know, I'm not saying, I want to see myself, but I feel like it's kind of irritating sometimes. You're trying to put out this content, but it is what it is.
I know. And good news is, guess what?
You got the chat
I
overlays.
got the chat overlay work, so the chat should be above my head any second in the stream.
It is above your head now.
Okay,
I see
good.
it.
So
Yeah.
it's there. It's right there.
Yeah.
So I'm just playing around with stuff. So like slowly but surely.
Good job.
So yeah, this one's. Let's see if we can do this.
So I think it's just a little. It's like the whole demonetizing thing. I think it's very discouraging for a lot of content creators who want to stay on the platform, because honestly, like, where else are a lot of us gonna go? Facebook is not helping us in any way, shape, or form. Which Instagram's not gonna help us in any way, shape, or form as well.
Yeah.
And I've watched Swamp Sniper's videos too. I mean, when Novrich was still with Red Wolf, like Novrich was telling me some stuff about Swamp Sniper, and then I would watch his videos and kind of see what's going on. And so I'm well aware the guy makes really good videos. I mean, it's gameplay videos, a lot of them. It's a lot of really nice high production value stuff, and which it would just kind of, I don't. But when you sent me this, I was like, how?
Yeah.
It seems to be a pretty straightforward, kind of tame, very tame channel. I think family friendly.
I know, and it's entertaining. It's good. It's fun. I think he does things so well, and I'm really shocked to see that he, as a channel, got flagged. So the biggest concern here is it's not just dealing with a video being demonetized. It's dealing with this whole channel having monetization removed, which has impact on your ability to do certain things. Like I think it has some impact on some live streams. Like not having monetization takes away some functionality in there. And then most importantly, if a video, and I'm trying to who wrote this? Let me know. Somebody's going to throw it. Yes. eHouse was bringing up the point.
Yeah.
So limited monetization or no monetization means YouTube is going to throttle your traffic and try to keep those eyes on videos that are making them money. That is correct. So your organic reach, those, I'd say about half my videos are through the YouTube recommendation, like meaning people are browsing, they're scrolling through their phones, they're scrolling through the main page, or on the sidebar, or as a recommended video after another video. And YouTube will just stop that because they're not going to make any money off of it. The only way that they will is if you have some just amazing video that your subscribers all flock to, and it keeps people watching on the site. So that's the thing there. It's and that's going to be a rarity, right? That's not something that happens all the time. And for these creators like him that are getting shared out to a lot of people that don't know Airsoft, and they're getting to see it for the first time, now it's not going to happen anymore. And this is a big deal. By the way, Graham Holbrook, thanks for the sub.
Thanks, Graham.
So I'm curious as to why has happened. And everyone I've seen this happen to has mainly been firearms channels. And I've been seeing that they have been demonetized in this way. And there's, of course, no explanation. It just says, oh, you're not doing it. So basically what he has to do now is go through every single one of his videos and try to look at their guidelines and hope that, okay, maybe this is the one that got me flagged, or these 3 or these 4 out of my channel's like 900 videos or something like that. I got to play a guessing game, right?
Yeah.
And you have to remove them.
Yeah. And you go into your creator studio and you try to, how do I put it? The creator studio backend, when you look at your monetization and what status you're at, to be honest, that panel doesn't really help you a lot. Like it's not telling you a lot of information there. And so like if you have to tackle an issue there, you want to find out like what is the one or the ones specifically that's causing a problem. Either you're going to have to remember, yeah, you know what, maybe I said that, it's maybe a little naughty, maybe that's the one, but like it's hard to say, man. Like I feel like there's so much silly cultural politics being played into this. I just look, I feel like just why can't you just let people be? And I mean, look, it's their platform, but at the same time I feel like people are propping their platform up and they're not doing anything, specifically harmful. I mean, it's like
I
if they're going
know.
to demonetize a YouTube channel, then what about like, football channels where they're teaching people how to go and, crack block somebody, or, I think someone brought up a good example here, like those ultra realistic video games where you're shooting people and they got blood everywhere, right? We're going
Yeah,
to allow those things, right? So I don't know. I don't know where you draw the line on that one.
I know, and that's really the issue I'm running into here is, what's happening? Why is it happening? What do we all do? I mean, we're already up against the wall on this, and it seems like it doesn't have to get political. Every time there's like a topic of gun control in the media, these things kind of happen.
Yeah.
It seems to happen more and more and more. I think there's a time for a handful of months where videos were getting flagged, like absolutely flagged, like you get a strike on your channel.
Yep.
And it was a third party company that YouTube had hired to review videos, and they had a subset inside of there, and they were literally going through and striking a lot of firearms channels, like 3 or 4 videos on the channel at one time. So all of a sudden they wouldn't get just a single strike, they would get triple strikes, and their
Yeah.
channel would immediately be just closed. Like,
Yep.
no chance. Because first strike is like, hey, a week in YouTube jail. Second strike is like 2 or 3 weeks, and the third, or a month, I think. And then the last one is like, you're off. Like, no chance of redemption. And they were coming through and 3 striking people immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
And eventually they figured out what the problem was. I mean, enough people got together, and a few of these channels had at least some backdoor ability
Yeah.
to talk to people in YouTube, and they got it
Hmm.
resolved. So I'm curious what's going on now. I really don't
Yeah.
know, and it makes me very upset for him, because I mean, that's, you gotta think, over 500,000 subscribers, man. That's like,
Oh, so
eight,
demoralizing,
seven
man. You
years,
put
8 years
so
of
much effort.
work, and creating fantastic content, and it's just gone. And it's not that he's breaking any rules, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I read chat, I understand, there's a lot of wisdom and, don't put all your eggs in a basket,
Mm-hmm.
invest in other platforms. Absolutely. But like, I think a lot of channels, mention things like, the platforms like YouTube. These are the commons, right? This has now become like a common space for us to create content and share content and push culture. And I feel like in a sense, I wish there was a little bit of a sanctity that we can have to say, you know what, if we violated the rules in any way, shape, or form, maybe they let us know which ones, how, and why. You know, um, given the fact that the man has over like 500,000 subscribers, you should be able to talk to somebody in YouTube to sort something out. I mean, like we here at with Red Wolf, we've had an issue when they were going through that, what you were just talking about, that mass demonetization of a lot of firearms channels. um, Gambit called YouTube here, and then we actually got in touch with somebody, and then they said, we're going to be okay as long as we.
What? Wow, you got a
Yeah.
human being? Wow.
Yeah, we like he called somebody. I see you're sizing something on screen. It's
Yeah, I
very
was. It's
distracting.
gone now. Sorry. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that's live. I was like, oh, delete.
Yeah. Yeah, so he called somebody and somebody picked up and said, we just kind of did a nice back and forth about where we are, as long as we stick to airsoft, we should be okay. We really wanted to stress the fact that, because, we are promoting our online store, our website, right? So, we just don't want that to kind of get in the, get in trouble in any way, shape, or form, because I know that we've put a lot of time and effort in this channel, and me being on board for the last 5 years now, and I would hate to see that hard work that we put in, go to waste. So
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, and not knowing how to fix it, not knowing how to remedy the issue, not knowing how to make a change to it, that like, all right, well, it messed, like, you took it away, now what do I do? And it's like, well, you just resubmit. It's like, well, resubmit how? Like, do what?
yeah, yeah,
From what I understand, Twitch is even worse, like, in the way they deal with issues. But still, not having transparency is a big issue, and
oh,
it's
I think Twitch has got bigger problems than that. you know Ugh.
yeah.
Poor
Now, Anvil
Twitch.
Airsoft TV says no way of contacting YouTube human. Yeah, I mean, fortunately, in my case, I do have a network I'm a part of, so I have an MCN that acts as like kind of my agent. that I've been a part of for many years now. And fortunately, they have a door to YouTube, and I have a dedicated account manager I can reach out to. So they, of course, do take a chunk of my the ad earnings, what little we make here. And then, but the trade off is if there's an issue, I can
Yeah.
get on the phone. I can literally call a human being and be like, "Hey, I've got this problem. Can you look into it?" And they have access to different departments because they're a YouTube authorized MCN and a pretty big one too. I think like Rhett and Link are on the same one, and The Rock's on it, and a whole
Yeah.
bunch of other people are on it. So too. So, but it's kind of the challenge, right? Like even then, that's your livelihood. It's your life. Like you say, oh well, don't put
Yeah.
your eggs in one basket, right? But what other baskets do we have? Like,
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's kind of difficult to kind of say, well, to go do something else, because you have to understand, like, I've been very fortunate to for the fact that I make content for Red Wolf, and at the same time I do a bunch of back end stuff for them. So in a sense, like I do have a full time, kind of like almost like an office job behind what I do in front of the camera. But then there are some really dedicated, content creators out there, that we love to watch, and that's really all they do is serve us content in airsoft. Then what? Like what's going to happen if they get the rug pulled underneath them, right?
yeah,
Let's say, God forbid, let's say Novrich never started his product side, his production side of his company, and he just focused on gameplay and delivering cool gameplay videos. What would happen to him? Like I can't even imagine. Like the biggest airsoft channel would be like done
yeah,
overnight.
I know. Like really, and like for me, that's why I put a lot of focus into like merch.
Oh,
Shameless,
perfect
shameless
segue.
self, shameless self promotion.
Perfect segue.
It's like if you guys watch Linus Tech Tips, you can find this at airsoftology.com/store. Anyway, or actually patchfiend.com is actually the
Oh
company name.
wow! You see
But
this guy's a professional. I
but that
swear.
that was I don't know, for those of you who are geeks, you watch LTT. He has like the absolute best product segues, and they're just so smooth. They're so good. They're like
Oh
he
yeah,
he
I
really
like
is
that.
like the grand thumb of subtly promoting his merch. So
Yeah, I think Garantham is so, like, I think it's kind of overt now, that it's so overt that you kind of expect it, so it's subtle, right? He comes right off and says, "Oh yeah, by the way, go to this website. They got good stuff."
yeah,
Back to what I'm saying,
yeah.
and you're like, "Oh yeah, ooh, slick." I like how you
Yeah,
did that.
it's just in there, right? Just good.
Yeah, man.
So,
So shall we
oh, and
open it up
Winky,
to?
yeah. By the way, Mark, I know you told the story last week on our preview show about having the patches
The
stolen and all
patch
that.
thief?
Yeah, the patch thief. So I got you guys hooked
Oh,
up. I got a whole
so-
care package. I got to ship it to you. So it's all pulled.
someone gonna die.
Someone going
Someone
to
gonna die.
someone going
I
to die.
swear.
Yeah, they're actually
Someone
right
gonna
here off
die.
camera. They're piled up over here. That's why I had this one like easily grabbable because I was
There you
getting
go.
yours all pulled out. So
There you go. There you go. Awesome.
so
Shall we open it up to some questions, see what everybody else was talking about? I said
yeah.
everybody was talking about fish and chips earlier.
Yeah, I was like fish and chip in it, man. Now that I actually have chat, and even we have chat like above me here, so we can actually like be a
Hey.
part of it. So
So
let's see
how
what we
about we
got.
go back to a fish and chips question?
Okay.
Because like I want to get in on this too, because they're having way too much fun. I feel like we got to join in on this one, bro.
All right. I actually
Uh,
I was jumping in. You were chatting. I was actually giving some recommendations on how to make the beer batter. So of
oh,
like
I
which
see
beers
you.
to use.
I see you. I see you.
I was
I
in
see
there. I
you.
was sliding in just
I see you. I see you.
in the DMs.
So I feel like a bunch of people are asking what kind of beer they like to use with fish and what drink with fish and chips, right? Was it drink or was it going to cook with fish make the beer batter with?
Yes, we make the beer batter with. I think.
Oh, okay. Best
So
Japanese whiskey go. I think that's going to be definitely the next one. But I want to answer this question from Ho Ching Young. How is the Red Wolf's new office? He used to work in that area by himself. So I would definitely say our old location, like the area where we were before, uh, I liked it way more. You had way more choices in food, and it was a little bit easier to get to from where I live. But office-wise, I quite enjoy our current office. It's way more spacious. It's way brighter. Um, we have we have a lot of windows now in the office, so a lot of natural light. So you've been to the office before, right?
Yeah,
John?
I went to your old office a
Yeah.
couple different times now, actually. I think
Yeah,
twice at
so like
least, maybe
the
three
old
times.
office, it was kind of shaped like an L, right? You kind of walked in, it was like an inverse, it was like a reverse
Yeah,
L. You
you
came
kind
in
of
from
went in and you went down
the
and it was like that,
bottom
and then you
side,
had
and then
your
it came
filming in the
long.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just a complete open area with a bunch of like, ceiling to ground windows.
Hmm.
So that's good. Like I quite enjoy the location wise, like facility wise, the new office is better. Location wise, I prefer the old place. Yeah. So back to the beer batter question. Last time I made fish and chips with Little Creatures beer, shout out Australia. It was pretty good. Not gonna lie, very crunchy.
Yeah. Get some good stuff. I think Stubox got a point. We got some pretty decent, a couple decent places around here to get fish and chips. Let's see what else.
Oh, E-House did say favorite Japanese whiskeys. Go
Oh, we're gonna do that. Well, hang on. I want
you
to say
first.
first off, real quick. Castle Lab Airsoft did say the shorts feature is bringing him in a ton of subs, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Like, I'm gonna try to make some content just for shorts, or maybe we can clip some stuff from this
Oh yeah,
and use
yeah,
it
you can
for
do
the
that. Yeah,
shorts. So,
for sure.
so Japanese whiskey. I mean, hibiki. I mean, it's kind of like
Hibiki.
it's so easy. It's like,
I mean, I don't wanna flex, but we did go to the Hibiki restaurant
we
last
did.
time.
There might have been some
There
certain
might have been some,
years of hibiki.
might have been some stuff that was not on the shelf.
No.
Masaki, I'm just gonna say, Masaki knows how to make a man happy. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you like,
Just
if I was a woman, I would date him 100%.
I don't
I
judge.
mean, hell, if I'm a man and I wasn't single, I'd date him.
Anyway,
Anyways,
so we got
wow, that
Yamazaki.
got
Let me just
spicy.
transition back over to your chat. Yamazaki
Yeah,
18. We got Rubber Game with Yamazaki 12. 18, man.
that's a
Stabaka's
good
like
one. That's a
balling,
good one,
man.
Rob. Yeah, yeah. You know what's a low key good one? You remember that we had that? I think it was that 17 with that was in the sherry cask.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
That really kind of reddish looking one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was really good.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. That
I've
one
been
was
doing,
really
I'll
good.
tell you, Kavalan, which is a Taiwanese whiskey,
Oh,
is actually
underappreciated.
super underappreciated. It won like the world
So good.
gold one year.
Oh yeah.
They have one that I like. It's bourbon aged. It's like in their soloist line, and
Mhm.
it's aged in
Hello.
U.S. Like, I don't know which distillery they're getting the bourbon barrels from, but they actually age the single malt in bourbon barrels, and they have like a sherry cask one. They have some, of course, single malts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's actually quite good. Like,
Oh, Kavalan, yeah. And the price
impressively
range is
good.
very good too.
Yeah,
Like even they're like some you would consider drinking whiskey is very smooth.
yeah,
Like just a one that you can almost sip nonstop until stand up and your head start to spin. It's just a basic Santori. You know the one that they make the highball with?
yeah. You could buy it's the bottle with the yellow label on it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
Just
find like in any
it's
7-Eleven
yeah,
anywhere.
it's pretty smooth. It's got a little bit of smokiness to it. It's nothing crazy, but if you just want to sit down with your friends and just chit chat, you don't want to drink a bunch of beer.
Yeah,
That's a really good one to go with. Yeah.
yeah. I'm telling you, we're gonna have to probably with Saki Man Crush Mondays. Let's do Baka there.
So true.
So we're gonna have
And
to like have
and for me it's Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to do like bring our favorites with us when we do the show here from now on. Also,
Oh
from a
yeah.
timing standpoint, I know this is like an oddball time for the states, but I think we're hitting our. I know like E House can get on it's early in the morning for him on the East Coast, but I think a lot of people are trying to. I guess we need to really try to figure out what time's gonna work for us.
Hmm.
We're good for
What
Europe,
time and what
UK.
day?
Yeah, what time, and what
Yeah.
day? We gotta. Right now, we're hammering it out. What we're going to probably do in the next couple episodes to give you a little foreshadowing is we're going to break this thing out to its own channel. Just like you heard me when I talked about the demonetization side of things, we do need to try to get to that 1,000 subs mark. So that's going to
Yeah.
be, once we get it, we're going to need everyone's help to kind of do like a sub drive just to get us to hit that 1,000 threshold.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And once
Yeah.
we hit
Yeah.
that, then it unlocks the YouTube features we need to be able to stream effectively. And that's going to
Yep.
be it. I mean, it's not like we're like, hey, we're
For
in it for
sure.
the money, but we're going to
Yep.
need help. Oh, we're going to need all your help. But once we
Yep.
get to the 1,000, then it's just, we can just have fun over there and just kind of make this its
Absolutely.
own thing. Mark and I were talking about the day. We're like,
Yeah.
it makes sense. We kicked it off here on this channel just because, it's easy and
Hmm.
there's people here. But then it's like, maybe we should just really making our own
Build something
thing.
that's our own thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It kind of drives people who kind of come to your channel or come to my channel and be like, oh man, I watched these guys talk about whiskey, and now I'm gonna go check these guys out, and they realize on our main channels we don't talk about whiskey. So
Yeah.
we
Right.
or the other way around. What are these idiots talking about whiskey? I'm here to watch whatever Tokyo
Right. Yeah.
Marui.
You're like, man, I'm on Airsoftology's channel and they're talking like they've only talked about one airsoft topic and now they're talking about food and
Yeah,
Osaka and
exactly.
travel and,
You know,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
but
Exactly. So yeah, that's something I think we should definitely do. And we need all your help. So we'll get that set up as soon as possible.
Yep.
Drive all those subs that way.
yeah. And Jacob Reese, thank you for the sub there.
Oh yeah, thank you, Mr. Reese.
So,
Okay. Oh man, they're still going on about
oh, Tulsa
the
Person
whiskey
too.
topic.
Yeah. They're still going on. Yeah.
I
So
love
Tulsa
it.
Person,
I
thanks for the
love
sub.
it, guys. Love it. Oh yeah, Tulsa person.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
my
the
sister
Tokyo.
went to school
Oh,
in
I haven't
Tulsa.
watched HMOC. I haven't watched the Tokyo Marui VTuber character. No, I got to see what that's all about. That seems
No,
that's
can't. Don't
very.
do it, bro.
Is it
Don't
bad?
do it.
Is it
Don't.
bad?
It's so bad. It's
Because like
so bad.
VTuber is like such like a Japanese concept. Like
It's so bad.
it's is it really that bad?
It's so bad.
Well, is it a girl or a guy? Is the
It's a
character?
girl.
Oh my
It's a girl.
gosh.
The character. Like, okay, so we've all haven't did you watch the Popular Airsoft Awards
No, I didn't
this
get a
past
chance
year?
to. No, I didn't.
Oh my god. So, Marui Man from Marui,
Oh, Marui man.
Eka-san. He literally did a whole dialogue with the VTuber. I was like, Winky was sitting next to me, and then she was looking at, she's shaking her head, and she's like, "Wow, this is like the most bizarre Japanese airsoft thing I've seen in my life." I was like, "Yeah, you're right.
You know I had to Google it, right?
Yeah, I knew it."
Oh jeez. Really?
Yeah, like when they said VTuber and then they announced the name, and I was like, "Oh, come on, you can no way, this cannot be."
I'm on. By the way, I'm on Popular Airsoft because that's where you really should get all your airsoft news anyway.
Exactly.
For real. I'm not sarcastic. Like absolutely. Like if you want to know what's going on, go to popularairsoft.com.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yep. I'm looking at this guy with this wonderful super comb over. Not that I can really judge. But and then the VTuber girl, like did a good job. Like at least getting her behind the desk. You know.
It's
Rule 34
yeah.
inbound. Oh my gosh. It looks so bad. It's so bad I want to watch it. Can we watch? I can't. I don't want to like put it in the stream because we'll probably get like copyright flag.
Hey,
or
how
something.
about this? You go watch it, and then for the next week's episode, we can start with your reaction to.
Yeah,
to
maybe
watching.
I'll watch it and record myself with this camera right here watching it,
Yes,
and I'll play that back. I'll just play back
Yes, you
my
should.
reation. That might
Totally.
be good. Yeah, that'll
Totally
be.
should.
Oh god, this
Like
looks
the thing
so
with like
terrible.
you got to hand it to Marui. Marui, like when they do some product launch videos. Did you watch the latest ones they did with like their bodyguard and then their Taurus, knockoff?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I loved it.
Yeah.
Did you see Mayo in there?
Yeah. I saw Mayo in there. Yep. I know.
Yeah, and so like I thought it was fantastic. Like it was, I loved the lighting. It is great. And then so you see them do all this really high production value stuff, and then like nani.
Yeah. Hey man, they I guess it's part of this virtual market. So like it's the model festivals have VR creators. So I guess that's kind of the want to buy super creative job the best creators. Hey, you got 900 videos to go through. I've thought about doing it, but I just don't have the time. And now you have to interview her. Yes, I wonder if they'll let me interview with a translator.
Oh my god, please Masaki, please.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. Click
Oh,
here to
man.
learn more or join the virtual market. Oh, I want to watch this so bad.
Oh no, don't do it.
Yes,
Oh man,
it's gonna
don't
happen.
do it.
It's gonna happen. Speaking of people we know on TV shows, I got to give a shout out to my boy Matt, Evic Matt.
Oh yes.
Have you seen? I watched his movie. It's on Amazon Prime right now.
Right.
actually.
I saw his post on Instagram, so we can't get Prime here, right? So,
VPN, bro. That's what I'm doing.
lol. Yeah, I saw a post on that on his Instagram. Big props, man.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna get the name of it.
I think it's
A-
agents.
yeah, it's Agent Revelation. Agent Revelation.
Yes.
That's what it's called. And actually, Matt's got a pretty dang big part in there. He's kind of like in the movie, he would be like the Q of James Bond.
Yeah, he's like the computer guy, right?
Yeah. So he's like the Q, the computer slash armory slash guns, cool gadgets guy. And
Oh yeah.
it's
Well,
it's sci-fi, it's
yeah.
campy-ish, but it's good campy. It kind of like has that Stargate kind of vibe thing going, for lack of.
Oh yeah, for
So yeah,
sure.
definitely check him out if you guys have a chance. It's on Amazon Prime. I mean, I grabbed it. I think it's click it there, watch it, whatever. It's worth a watch. I mean, heck, it's on Prime, right?
It's Matt,
But
right?
it's
You're gonna
Matt.
say, "Oh man, I know this guy."
Yeah, you're like, and oh, it's by the way, they're doing it all at what's the name of the field? I
Their
just
is it
totally.
their California
Yeah, it's the
location?
one that everybody. It's the one
Oh
everybody plays
my
indoor at.
goodness. Tax City.
Yes, thank you, Tax City. Yep, they're all there. So like all if like you've ever played, I mean, if you've never been there, obviously, but if you've ever been there, you'll know like oh, they're like half the scenes are filmed there at the field.
Right.
So
That's cool.
oh,
That's cool. Yeah. Big shout out to Matt, man. Making it. That's so cool. I think he was talking about it last time when we were hanging out. You know, he was like, I think he was. They were just in the talks, in the middle of talking about it. Then he was like, he had this role coming up, but I like nothing was super solid yet. And then to see this kind of come to fruition, I think like that's so cool.
yep, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Like to see out there. It's like it's the second in the series. There's like a pre. I guess the first one. This is number two, and
Oh,
so.
well, hope he
Uh,
makes it to number 3.
I know that's kind of why it's like trying to like, hey, hope people watch it because the more people watch it, I think it gets the view numbers up and it'll help, maybe get the third one made. So that's kind of the whole point. So it's cool. I mean, it's like somebody in the community doing something. Matt's actually been in
Hmm.
the acting community for a long time, just kind of
Yeah.
behind the scenes, not like overtly, but definitely worth a watch. I mean, so
It's cool, man.
I'm reading the chat here. Let's see. Man, you guys in chat are pretty good. This is
I know.
actually
They're
got a,
keeping it going.
we've got a good chat here, man. We really do.
Oh
So,
yeah.
all right. What else do we got? Do we hit all the topics today?
I think we did, and then some.
Yeah, I know. That's always
Hey, you
good.
guys are more than welcome to drop us some topic suggestions throughout the week. You can slide into my DMs, or slide into Jonathan's DMs. I don't know if he
Yep.
does that, but you can definitely slide into mine.
Yeah, you can hit me up on IG. Just it's Airsoftology over there. Just hit me up on
Yeah.
IG and slide in the DMs if you have any recommendations, chats, whatever. Also, this video is going to be up afterwards, like as a live
Hmm.
video. So if you have something you think about later, you can always just drop it in the comment section in the chat below the video itself
Oh yeah,
after it goes live.
for sure, for sure. Y'all got any more good questions for us, chat? We would love to take a few more if you guys have any.
I'm taking a look at what's on Popular Airsoft. Your beautiful face is gracing the cover of the main page, man. You got your glasses on, looking all smart. Look at you.
Oh yeah. You gotta love it, man. What's his face? Ricky, inept airsoft, inept tactics. He was like commenting. I was like, dude, put your glasses on. You look smarter. If not, you look like an idiot. I'm
It's
like,
like,
okay,
gee, thanks.
all right, I
But man,
got you.
I know we said this, like Stu, E-House, man, we're gonna have to get you guys on as guests in future episodes. Once we figure out, I'm like the tech guy for here this. So once I figure out all the
Yeah,
technical mumbo jumbo, I can figure out how to pop out like people's chats and super chats and things like that. Then once we can get all that popped out, like maybe over the next episode, we'll probably start maybe episode 3. We can start doing guests over on the new channel.
yeah, I
Then
think so. I think so.
that
Yeah,
could be cool.
yeah. We're gonna have to need all your guys' help to drive that new channel.
Let's
Get
see.
everybody hyped. Oh my goodness, really?
Tamia versus Deans.
Okay,
It's like a
thank God you
no-brainer.
read that one.
Yeah, I know.
Dean's.
I maybe intentionally Yeah. I
Yeah.
maybe missed the one two chats above. So yeah, to me
Yeah,
versus
I know.
Dean's plugs. Yeah, that's a no brainer. It's like
Deans. Yeah.
Dean's.
Deans.
Like I did a
100%.
video like 5 years ago showing like the rate of fire increase just by changing rewiring your gun to Dean's or T plug or whatever. Biggest gap in the market right now. I mean, I think the biggest issue in the there's not even a gap in the market right now. It's just getting. It's hard to
Materials.
analyze what. What'd you say?
Materials, man.
Materials, yeah. But I think when you look at broad, I would say the biggest gap in the market is enough high kappa, high quality, high kappa parts companies. There's only a couple, like Lilacs and Airsoft Masterpiece.
You say that. So you say that, and then my mind just clicked into, okay, how many high kappa parts have I uploaded in the last, what is it, July now, 7 months?
Mhm.
I would say probably cleared 300 to 400 pieces.
But how many of
Different.
those are still in stock?
Yes, that's a different question. But and
It's
here's the
not
thing,
just, but the
and
problem is
it's
like
all from
too,
the same few companies too.
right? Because when you release the parts, you'll have 10 different triggers, 10 different hammers, 10 different this, and they're all different colors too. So when you think about when you do like just hammers, you probably uploaded like just from Airsoft Masterpiece, probably like 50, you know?
In one color.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, 50 styles, one color. Sorry, I saw a Red Wolf question. Herman, maybe you can help our buddy Chris.
Yeah. Yeah. Herman can like just slide down about one comment and jump
There
in.
you
Yeah,
go,
there you
Herman.
go. Herman's
My
got
guy.
it. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, a pallet a week.
Yeah.
My guy right there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
SRS. No.
Nelson's like, I'm listening and I'm on it. He knows what I'm talking about. I think that's a
Yeah.
big gap. I think the material issue right now is just such a huge problem, like for everybody, that just getting material, getting just stuff. I mean, the appetite for high end guns is crazy right now. I think that's something we haven't seen in a while. And
Yeah, not in a long time.
and from talking to shop owners, at least in the States, the days of tuning are starting to come back. I think people, because they can't find new products, they're starting to tune their existing guns, do upgrades, things like that. I think that's what
Yep.
we're seeing. But yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I'd sell my soul for some Tokyo MWS magazines. I know, right? Like Sean, like for real, like you just, if you see it, you have to jump on it because it
Yeah.
may be a
Yeah.
year or more before you see those again. I mean, supply chain here is like 9 months to 12 months out.
Yep.
Like if somebody
Absolutely.
says, somebody ships a product, like, okay, well, we got to get the next order going. It's 9 to 12 months. And God forbid you want to do
And
something new and make molds.
Herman makes a good point. A lot of times, when you're looking at these long shipping things, shipping rates, or like going back to what you said, if you see it, you better get it. If not, you don't know when to do it. It's especially important when you're supporting your local dealers, to be honest, because they're the ones that's going to support the greater community. So, like, absolutely. Like, I don't want to sound like a homer, but Herman's absolutely right. If you see it at your local store, just grab it. Like,
Yeah.
even maybe in your mind that's, oh, maybe I can get it at, $5 cheaper, dude. You by the time you get home, they may be gone.
Yeah.
You may not get it. So if you see it and it's something you've been jonesing for, like MWS mags, just do it. Just do it, man.
Yep. Just
Yep.
get it. Yeah. And
Yeah,
just do what
trust
you
me,
can.
like,
Yeah.
when I was looking for my URGI rail for my M4, they were out of stock every time, and I said to myself, oh, maybe I'll sleep on it. I came into work, gone.
Yep.
So like I just bit the bullet, and I bought two. I bought one rail for my 416 and one for my M4, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it now. If not, I'm just never gonna get a chance to do it.
Yeah. Let's see. One that you may or may not want to jump in on. Also, Takeshi writes, do you see permanent impact on airsoft if the inevitable conflict between Taiwan and China goes hot? It's Cold War time, amigo. That's kind of my vibe from over here. And it's a Cold War really between the States and actually we're the West and China. Most of the airsoft production has left China anyway. There's still a few companies left, but it's becoming increasingly more difficult to manufacture airsoft in mainland China. So it's not even, there's like no real competition per se. It's just, laws and regulations and rules inside of, and that's been changing, I guess, slowly over the past 5 years, but it's become more dramatic, I think, in the past two or three. And in
Yeah.
Hong Kong, the challenge with production there is it's just becoming more expensive. I mean, real estate prices are just
It's
nuts.
absolutely becoming more expensive. But like you start to see a lot of companies now shift out of doing their major manufacturing process in China and doing a lot of major their back end manufacturing processes in Taiwan. So like for
Yeah.
example, um, like with us, right? So we start to work now with Taiwanese OEMs like VFC, like
Hmm.
with the EXA pistol, right?
Right. You
So
worked with
you
them
know
on the XA, yeah.
exactly. So that's a shift that you're starting to see a lot of companies kind of, because of the geopolitics between Hong Kong and China, because of the, the protests that went on some time ago, and then there was some issues getting certain materials in and out of the city, and shipping, and now with
Yeah.
COVID, just like it's a wave after another wave.
Right.
So it's just, but the good thing is like this place is situated in such a place that in such an area that we can work around it. We
Right.
can be able
Yeah.
to
I
work
mean,
with
China to Hong Kong
Taiwan.
to Taiwan is like an hour,
Yeah,
hour. I mean, it's like
exactly.
it's like
And to be honest,
close.
like we talk to the guys that manufacture in China as well. I mean, it's not like they don't want to do it, right? A lot of these manufacturers, like, look, they want to be able to get back on manufacturing as well. They want to be able to make the money, and we want to be able to sell good product.
Yep.
So it's not like they are like, airsoft, bad. There's a lot of other dynamics at play that I wish that didn't.
Well, Ares has moved some of the production to Taiwan. King
Yep.
Arms moved here. Who else?
I think Ares makes their whole their Striker series in
Hmm.
Taiwan now.
They do most of their plastic stuff here. I know
Yeah,
that. I make their magazines here. Like I know they OEM for Elite Force. They've got their own mags. They're actually pretty good mags.
they are pretty good.
Yeah, their mid cap stuff's pretty solid. I think, to be honest, pretty good budget. Whatever they've been doing that here, but and then there's like new guys. I mean, saw Nelson here in chat. I saw him hop up. You got Archwick. So you got a lot of new up and coming companies that are
I really
fresh.
do like the Archwick. Their sniper rifles, just so good. Their Mark 13s, so nice. I gotta review one soon. Like to keep it real, bro. Like I didn't get
Mark,
a chance to do the last one.
Mark. Well, you got him right in, right? Or
Yeah.
Nelson, Mark Nelson. Um,
Hi
just
Nelson. Hi, how are you?
the
Just your
but yeah,
boy right here.
yeah. I mean, you got him in, but again, that's tough. Like in his case, I can probably. I mean, he didn't have to speak, but I'll speak for him. Probably that he's dealing with that same thing else. He's like, yeah, I've got it in the pipeline. I've got materials in
Yep.
order. I've got my, like I've got raw materials ordered. I've got some of my sub vendors making certain things. I've got my production time queued up. It's just got to all line up. I was just
Yeah.
at, actually went to go visit Modify. So I was there
Right.
2 days, like Friday? I think I went there Friday and
Yeah.
I picked up, I went in person and picked up. And actually, it's the first time I got to visit their factory. It's weird because I've been here
Hmm.
forever. And they're not too far away. They're in Taoyuan. And got a tour, and we were talking about the same issues about production delays due to supply chain. And I mean,
Yeah.
they're just pumping out the orders. Like the whole place was just wall to wall Star Scouts. Like I was just
Hmm.
like, whoa, wow. It was like
Yeah, I
killing
mean
it.
they get the material, they got to pump it out as soon as they can. I mean, you don't know when you're gonna get the next shipment right now. It's so crazy. Think about it. It's absolutely nuts.
So let's see. What else? Yeah, my day job is having a fun time getting product. I know, right? It's just in everything. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah, yeah.
Swap to
But it really is very encouraging to see like so many people are starting to pick up the modding thing. The modding scene coming back.
Mm-hmm.
People are wanting to spend more money to buy the high end guns. They're willing to. They feel more justified to do so, and it's the rising tide that lifts all ships. And I really it's so encouraging. It's so
Yeah.
nice to like, pick up something and say, oh man, this feels good, instead of like, oh, it's gonna break.
Yeah, I know.
Like
You know,
even like I would say like the average stuff now, you pick it up and man, like it feels good. Like it
yeah.
just feels solid now, like
I
I can't
can't.
remember the last time I picked up something I was like,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I'm with you. Like, if you look across the board at almost every manufacturer, I mean, and I go back 7 years, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I could 7 years be like, oh, well, here's a whole list of brands I'd stay away from. You know, like these have good externals, but their internals are terrible. These internals are good. These
Yeah.
external,
Yeah.
like I'd have
Yeah.
like a bunch of qualifying statements about a
Hmm.
ton, and then be like, okay, well these are pretty good, but you might need to upgrade these parts. Now it's like, oh, you know, it's like everything's like here. You know, and then the difference,
Yeah.
like the difference between
Yeah.
like here and here. Again, there's some lower end, like entry level stuff, which is, you know, but even for the in their own category of being
Yeah.
a polymer entry level gun or something, it's still good. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm finding it a little difficult when I'm doing reviews to be objective about things without sounding like, he's nitpicking about the design of a fire selector. Because, at the end of the day, a lot of the internals, even of like what people would traditionally call like budget guns, are have stepped up so much that brands that you would, kind of scoff at several, like I would say, 6, 7, 8 years ago, you
mhm.
use them now, you're like, my God, this is like industry leading. It's like I made a comment in one of my videos. If we can ever hand out like the comeback brand of the year of the decade, I would give it the G&G. I remember when G&G first came out, a bunch of their stuff was like, their hop up's good, but everything's kind of hit and miss. Now it's like their ARP9 industry standard. Like it's just like anything that's a 9 millimeter format, you got to compare it to them. Like
Yeah,
that's like it's so good,
they
and like the rest of their
really,
AEG lineup is just tip
man,
top.
they came into that 9 millimeter platform and just that was just like perfect alignment and just own that market
Hmm.
segment. And now
Yep.
everybody's just like, it's
Yep.
like they're the, if you're an American and you understand this, like they're like the Q-tip or the Kleenex or the Coke. You
Yeah.
know, that's what
Yeah.
we call,
Exactly.
you know, those things. And
Yeah.
like,
Every 9 millimeter AEG out there now is called an ARP9. Like,
yeah,
my God, I remember seeing it at SHOT Show, and I was talking to Charlie. I was like, "For real, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, this thing's good." I'm like, "All right, all right, I take your word for it." And it blew everything out. It steamrolled everything.
yep, they did. And it's
So
just,
super big props.
oh, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm happy. I'm excited because like it's, in a way, it's turned a lot of how I make my videos from, all right, well, here's the good and here's like what not so good. I find myself now be like, all right, well, now let me talk about the bad. It might be expensive, or hey, there's this one thing you may want to change, but that's it, you know, or it could be a design thing that's equal to the real version of it. So like, well, yeah, I don't like this, but that's they did 1-to-1 to the real gun. So, you know, if you don't like that, it's because it's exactly like the real thing if they're doing licensed stuff. So
Right.
yeah. Um
Ho Chang had a really good question. Had a really good question here. Will Red Wolf be participating in the Hong Kong government e-coupon policy thingy? It's a good question. It's a good question. I think I need to ask this question tomorrow. Thank you for bringing this
yeah,
up.
Herman's like call customer
Yeah.
service. And with like this, it's a 5,000 Hong Kong dollars?
Yeah, but they're splitting it into like
Oh,
several payments.
I'd say
That's which
that's a
is like
decent, that's a pretty decent amount of coin. That's like what, about 700 US?
give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and he says hot pot. Man, what kind of hot pot are you going to if you're dropping 700 US dollars on a hot
Well,
pot
well, let me
purchase?
tell you what.
Wow,
Okay,
like dropping the lobster
bro.
in, man. I mean,
So like, so get this. One time we were having a going away party for one of our good friends. His name is Shataro, and he's back in Tokyo now. And we went to go have yakiniku in Central. So this is like the the fancy area in Hong Kong. So like people in New York in the US, this would be like you're going down to New York City, New York to go eat yakiniku. So this
yeah.
is like Japanese
Well, in that
barbecue.
case, you'd be going down there to get like a good slice of pizza or something, a slice of pie.
Oh yeah, I mean like we were having wagyu, and I think the bill between like I think six of us was a grand US.
US. But say Grand Hong
US.
Kong, that's not
No,
bad.
was like a grand, a little bit more than a grand US. So we all chipped in about like 120 US dollars, give or take, give or take. So maybe a little bit more, a little bit less,
Yep.
but it was definitely like about a grand.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, hey,
eHouse is dealing with the same thing. Just to kind of come back around here. It says my reviews have evolved into here's how this thing performs in the crappiest possible conditions, because it's probably fine for normal play, and that's pretty true. Oh, I got Winky's attention with the New York pie. Um,
yeah,
but yeah,
I
man,
know.
eHouse, it's the same way. It's like, you know, you just like it used to be, oh man, the stock you have to replace the buffer tube because they would break, or this thing would break, or that. And now it's just like,
Yeah,
okay,
it would be the most mundane things that break too. You're like, how on the world is
Yep,
this thing breaking?
I
You
know.
know, my goodness.
Unagi
Butter,
butter,
but oh my God,
unagi butter.
I was
Mm.
looking at that the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness. New York pizza. You see, like, you know how long it's been since like I've had like proper pizza since I've been with this one. I
Mm.
think we have one place in this whole town that is an approved pizza joint from Little Miss New York City over here.
I don't think I could think of
So,
anything to be approved here in Taipei. No, there's really
I'm
there's a
like,
couple that call themselves like there's like a like Brooklyn Pizza. It's um there's a couple. There's one Pizza Rock's own. He's Canadian though. It's good. We talked about this last episode.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's been it has to go to the States, right? I'll say
yep.
this: when I go to the States, when I go to Vegas, I always go to Secret Pizza. Have you
You
been to
know,
Secret Pizza?
I think, was it you or who was it? Someone told me that y'all gonna go there, or it was you, or I don't know
It
who
may
it
have been
was,
me.
but
I don't know.
like
You go, yeah, you go.
possibly,
It's in the Cosmopolitan Casino and Hotel, and it's not on the map. It's not listed anywhere. So it's like up on the third floor. So like the main floor is like the casino floor
right,
and the bar. It used to be the Bond Bar, but they've changed the name of it. Then you go up one floor, and then you go back around, and you go up one more floor, and it's on the backside, away from the strip, the opposite side of the strip. And it's this long little alley, and they're like, not alley, little corridor, and it has like a bunch of like pictures just up on the wall, and it's, you know, 50 feet
right.
long or something, like 12 meters,
Hmm.
13 meters, 14 meters. And you go back down, and it's like this. It looks like a New York pizzeria when you walk in. Like you walk in, you're like, am I in New York City? So yeah, it's pretty darn good. I would say
Yeah,
it's the closest thing you're gonna find in that city. That's for sure.
yeah. Nelson is Rock Pizza.
Oh
He's
no,
all
E
the way.
House brother, man. I still absolutely miss the wings from Buffalo. Oh my god, I miss the wings from Buffalo. Like they are. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, see, he
Oh
has to
yeah,
put that up, and we're talking about food
I
now.
know. Why you do?
God, why you got to do that, man? There's actually a
You know,
good fish and chips place there, in Buffalo, too.
really?
Yeah, it's like an industrial
So,
area. It's kind of an
so
oddball
get
place.
this, right? The last time I had buffalo wings, I was in,
Don't you say
I
Buffalo
was in.
Wild Wings? I will reach
No, no,
through
no,
this
no.
camera and smack you.
What's wrong with Buffalo Wild
BW3, but
Wings?
BWWs. Oh my god.
No. I last time I had Buffalo Wild Wings, I was in Vegas, 2020. That was the last time I had buffalo wings.
Really? Yep, I went
Yeah,
to Anchor
it's
Bar,
been that long.
G Convoy, same thing, man. I miss Buffalo now. Oh, Buffalo Battlegrounds, we'd always get the wings when we were there. Oh, so good. Oh,
Buffalo wings. Good times.
I know. I
That's
miss them
another.
just.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode talking about foods that we miss while living out here. I mean, there's some amazing food here. Don't get me wrong, but like there are some of this just the most basic creature comforts that like maybe one day you just want a nice fall off the bone rack of ribs, and that's some of the hardest things to find here.
I found it here.
Oh, get out.
There's a couple places. There's one over in Nangang area by the Expo Center, and it's run by two American guys. So you walk in, you're
Oh,
like in a pit barbecue joint, and you swear to God you're in America. And there's like
oh my
one
God.
guy is probably 300 pounds, and I think
Then it's the
he's
authentic
from
experience.
Kansas or Indianapolis, I forget, or Kansas City, and the other guy's from like another barbecue joint.
Oh,
So the two guys own the place, and you just walk in, you're just like, oh dear God. And it's one of those places like when they sell out, they sell out. So if you want brisket,
yeah.
brisket's gone. Sorry, come back tomorrow.
That's
You should
man,
have queued up.
that's the real experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
They opened a barbecue place here called Smoke and Barrels. And you know, you go in with the expectation, I mean, Nashville, right? So you go in, you got the expectation, you want the brisket to hang off your fingers and it kind of droops over, right? I go in and I'm like so jazzed to eat this brisket because they're advertising it. It's like, oh, it's like this is like true American, brisket. I go in there. Oh man, it was a little rubbery, it was like kind of floppy. Like it just tasted like undercooked beef
Ugh,
and that they over seasoned.
no.
So I was about to just, peace out until I had another guys night because I promised I'd take the guys there. So we went back, and then the brisket was slightly better, but still, like it's not even close. Like Matt from Titan and I, we drove from Arkansas down to Houston, where we met up at the Airsoft Palooza, and we were in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and we just drove into a barbecue joint, and it was like some of the best barbecue I had in
Oh
my
my
life.
god, that's like the
It's so
best.
good. It's so good. Like it was like middle of nowhere, somewhere up in northern Texas, coming down from Arkansas. It was some of the best.
Dude, it was like the tacos we got. A group of us, like my team, we were driving back from we were at Plymouth, New Mexico,
Hmm.
and we just stopped at some hole in the wall on the side of the road, just something out of a zombie movie type place, right? And it was some of the best tacos I've had ever. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
And now I'm looking here, E-House, like, yeah, you guys have like the booze and the cigars on yours. We're like the food. I would totally go attack to foodie, but I'm not going to take the name from my buddy Dave Tejeda in Hawaii. He's like actually Tacto Foodie on Instagram. So actually, you know what? We need to get Dave on here. And you guys are talking about biscuits, man. I'm telling you, I would die for a good scone with some clotted cream on top.
Mm,
Just saying.
yeah. Oh yeah. You miss pho back in the States.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Pho
I
back in
do
the
too.
States.
And I'm going to say, I've yet to find pho here that's as good as, like, that
Yep.
rates
Absolutely.
like
You're right.
the US level pho.
That's right. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I love how like the best pho is like from Australia and then the US.
Yeah.
It's like it's always neck and neck. Melbourne and then like San Fran, or like Melbourne and then like LA would have this big rivalry.
See, Ho Chi Young, man, I'm telling you, like, you can't say that because Mark and I are gonna have the same sushi. We're like, you say favorite
Oh man.
sushi,
Yeah, it's
go.
gonna be unagi butter.
It's Nagi
100%.
butter in
Yeah,
Osaka.
it's
What's the name of that place?
yeah.
What's the name of the joint?
I don't even know the name of that place.
Look it up. Hang on. Now I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
tell
it's one of
everybody.
those
I'm
like,
gonna crack the code and give the secret away. I'm gonna go to. Hang on. I'm gonna pull up.
but
By the
there's
way,
two.
everywhere I go, just to give you, I'm gonna like totally make sure I have nothing on here that's like gonna show up. That like every dot on this
Racy
map is
photos.
like every dot on this map is like a place that I've eaten, so
Okay,
or
let's
gone, or
see.
and that's Taipei.
Let's see. I
Yeah,
guess
just
we're
wait till it
doing this
pops
now.
up. It looks like a mess. So hang on, let me go to Osaka. We're gonna find the sushi joint. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Let's see here. Tempura? Nope. It's a place called the Drunken Clam. Really? I'm not lying. I zoomed in, and I'm like, it's literally the Drunken Clam in English in Osaka. Sanpome? No.
Okay.
Tempura. What's a tem? Is this? What is this one?
Yeah, I found it.
What'd you find?
It's in Chuo, Osaka.
Chuo.
Yeah.
Chuo. Yeah, I'm in Chuo right now on the map. Where is it? Here?
Yeah,
No.
it's in Chuo.
Why do I not have it saved? There's like 2 or 3 locations.
There's two. The one that Masaki likes to take us to. It depends. Like if we have a big group, we go to the newer place. Have you
Right.
been to the one where we had to take the stairs up? You've been to that one, right?
I had to go. Well, I knew there's one we had to go inside and go up.
Yeah, that's the one that he usually takes. Like if we have a smaller group, we go to that one.
And yes, Herman, I've beat Uber Eats. I've reached the end of Uber Eats here in Taipei. Um, it's about the
Seared
truth.
salmon. Oh yeah, seared salmon is also really good. Like not gonna lie, seared salmon is, oof, my goodness,
Oh,
also
here's a
very good.
yakiniku place. Oh, it's permanently closed. Oh no. I'm going through my map of like, so whenever I travel to a new city, you see us like staring down our screens. Whenever I travel to a new city, oh, that's the place that like Saki went. We had.
Oh my god, I'm just looking at my places here.
I know. I'm
Sorry
looking at
guys,
all my food.
like
Sorry,
I
everybody.
look at all my places. Is like I'm in Japan, and
Yeah.
just this, now this proves how big of a homer I am. I have 154 moments in Osaka alone, and then the second is in Tokyo, and then it's in Hokkaido, which is like 35.
Yeah, it's like we really maybe
Hey
like,
guys, you know where I like to hang out, right?
yeah. Like I wonder how many. I don't know if we've lost people or we still have them. I'm curious. I want to check the stream to see how many people we have in it. See if we lost everybody when we switched to food. Let's
No, I
see.
think the chat is still going super hard right now when we're talking about food. I think every time we talk about food, like chat is spiking,
Yeah.
spiking crazy.
I don't know. I'm having trouble with my like all the things. Wait. Trying to pull my
Okay.
stats up.
Yeah, man. You're going through a whole me and you here. Man,
Oh
you
my
kind of
gosh.
low. Good one. Good one. Good one.
I know, right? Cool.
Good one.
Oh, yeah. Good times, man. We always have
Yeah.
all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
all right. Well, what time is it? How long
Autophagy.
have we been on this thing?
I think we've been on for a little bit over an hour.
Yeah, we got like
Not too over. Not too crazy over an hour. A little bit an hour and 10, 20.
that's not bad. We're good.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
Airsoftology, Jonathan's Kitchen Nightmares. It's about the truth, man. 40 for watching. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, it says like 42 as I'm seeing here on concurrent. So that's
Yeah,
actually not
that's not
bad
bad.
for like
That's not
episode
bad.
one. So
Yeah.
for a live stream.
Yeah. This is,
Dang.
and
And an oddball time
long
too.
form. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's so good to see like our friends from Europe joining in, and our guys here in Asia,
I know.
and of course like E-House, man, you really representing hard, out there in the US, waking up at, well, maybe are you at work listening to this?
It's
You know what?
10, it's almost 11 there.
It's like, do I want to know?
11 in the
Hey.
morning. Yeah. So, but yeah, when you guys get over, as soon as we can start traveling again, it'll be food. Maybe we'll like sneak in some food blogs in the channel or something like that.
Yeah, I think we can definitely do that. So we did recommended to us we do a beer tasting episode. I think we should do that.
Yeah, Winky. I saw Winky's idea. We didn't ignore you, Winky. I
Yeah.
did see that. I wanted to bring that back up. We should do one. Like, go do it. We should like have a qualifier. Like, you can go to like the import aisle in the grocery store and one, but then one of them has to be like 7-Eleven only. And you got Family Mart there too, right?
Family Mart? No.
No. Okay.
We're a monopoly by 7-Eleven and Circle K. That's all we got, man.
Okay. So you can do 7-Eleven. We'll both do 7-Eleven comparison, and then you can do Circle K. I can do Family Mart.
There you go. I can do that. I think that's a good one.
Mike Megadeth, like the deep statement. We're all staring into screen of other people staring into screen of other people. That's the truth, because I'm staring, like my camera's got a screen right above it, and I'm looking at another screen over
Exactly.
here. And yeah, Darren, man, I know you're paying on Bill C-21. I mean, that's we've got a lot. I mean, if you look at North America, it's a hot mess right now. You've got C-21 in Canada that's going to directly just rip apart the gun community and the airsoft community all at the same time.
Yep.
And then you have the new ATF appointment that's coming down the pipeline, potentially in the US, which could turn that whole world on end. So,
Yeah, that's something that definitely no one's looking forward to.
yeah. Well, at least we can fight Canada right now. I mean, that's, man, that's tough. Okay, so yeah, we'll do 7-Eleven only. Maybe this will be our, like, we'll have a segment next week. We've already got a couple topics picked out. By the way, when this ends, if you want to jump back into it and jump in the comments, or you can DM, or I'll do a post on my IG, and Mark, I'm sure you'll do something on yours.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we'll ask about topics for next week if there's something you want to talk about specifically. And again, you see how the format here is. It's not specific to airsoft 100%. We want to keep it fun and open. So,
Yep. Rob does have a good point. It depends on which 7-Eleven you go to, but I'm gonna go to my super local 7-Eleven here. So we're gonna get some interesting choices. Club Sev is cool, but if you realize Club Sev doesn't have a whole lot of choice. There's like 4 different beers, but they're like the whole 7-Eleven. Have you been to Club 7-Eleven here in Hong Kong?
no, but then we have a Club 7-Eleven here as well.
Yeah.
It's the one in the where the dance clubs are. It's in the 101 area.
Yeah,
It's right
yeah.
across from the where all the nightclubs are, and like there's
Yeah, and
usually a
everybody's
line
out there having a good time.
Everybody's
right?
out there like out front of the 7-Eleven open containers. So
Yeah, exactly. Same thing here in Hong Kong. We have 2 Club 7-Elevens right in the dance club area. And Club 7-Eleven, man, they imagine walking into your 7-Eleven and they have maybe one small rack that's about 3 feet long of just snacks, and then the whole thing is filled with nothing but liquor. That's all it is. It's beer and wine and mixers, and then you have your hard liquors, and then you have a small fridge with sodas for your mixes. But everything else is just nothing but liquor. And I don't know how these 7-Elevens are still allowed to operate where they are operating. I don't know who they had to pay off, but they're making more money than all the bars put together.
I know, like the one we have here, there's like a police station on one corner. Right around the corner is like the 7-Eleven, or it's a family too. I think there's a 7 and a family right there both. And then like
Oh
literally
man.
the front, like the straight out the door there's like the door to like one of the biggest clubs in downtown Taipei. Like it's like a
Yeah.
multi-club
Oh
facility.
my god.
Yeah, and it's just like
Craziness.
I remember going down a couple years ago for New Year's, and they literally out front they set up a series of pop-up tents, and they were serving like draft beers. Like you just walk up, grab
Wow.
a cup, and like they had all this selection of beers. They moved their coffee machines out to the street because it's wintertime, so it's kind of cool-ish. And they had their coffee makers, so you could get espresso or you get a latte, and then they had like Baileys and strawberry Baileys on top. You could just like, all right, give me that, give me a Baileys in it, and they would just pour it for you and hand it to you.
Wow.
Like, yeah, they were on it, man. They had it together.
I am oh my goodness. I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep.
Anywho,
But yeah.
that's pretty good. Yeah, we will definitely keep mentioning, airsoft in Canada.
Yeah, we do
Make sure
need
you
we need to
guys
stay on the topic. I mean, for myself, I need to. It's I did something for it when it came out, but I think like a lot of us in the influencer world, it's easy to forget. So yeah, we need to be, I think, all much more mindful about that. So for sure.
yeah. That and also, keep an eye out for the boys down under as well, down in Australia, Western Australia.
Hmm.
They're trying to push through and ban gel blasters. I mean, these guys
I
are
can't believe they're
holding
doing
on.
gel blasters too.
I
It's
know, man.
just
Like these guys are holding on to this hobby by, for dear life, and then they're going to court over this stuff. So hey, guys, if you ever have a chance to share some of these posts, some awareness,
yeah.
about what's going on down there, just some solidarity. I think everybody needs a little bit of support sometimes. So you guys out in Canada, big shout out to you guys. We got an eye on you. Make sure you guys are gonna be okay, and definitely you guys in Australia as well.
Yeah, I know, man. I see a lot of these airsoft shops now. I walk, or not shops, but factories. There's gel blasters like side by side some of these places. So
Yep.
yeah. So
Yep.
well, cool. You want to wrap it up here?
I think we should. I think this is a
Cool.
good
It's a
place
good
to
time to
kind of tie
stop.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, what is it? Danorama Pajama. Oh my gosh. Danorama Pajama, the lazy game cat. What a name. That's like I definitely wins the name of the week award for a chat.
Love it. I
Said,
love it.
isn't hopped up and actually a style of a beer. That's it kind of worked
Yes.
out with it. So as
Yes.
soon as we saw the name, we were like, and like this is like the perfect name because we can actually incorporate other things. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Herman's like going down the rabbit hole of like serial number engraved on BBs.
I know.
Okay. Well, cool. I think we're good for now. Please, if you guys have
Yeah,
ideas, like hit
for
Mark's
sure.
DM. Mark, where do you want them to hit you up at?
You can contact me my Instagram at rwmark, RWMARCK. So you just go ahead and uh, shoot me a follow, hit me up on DMs there. If not, you can find me on Facebook at Mark MARCK, Red Wolf West. That's is my Facebook that I use. And look, I'm pretty busy, but I do my best to get in all my messages that I can. And if I miss them, I'm gonna try to get back to you guys as soon as possible.
All right, cool. I put them in the chat there real quick if you guys want to see it. Chat replay will be on, so you should be able to see it.
Thank you,
Also,
sir.
I've got it
Thank you, sir.
embedded up above right there, so you should see
Yep.
Mark's name and mine up there popping up. So if you guys want to hit us up, hit us there, slide in our DMs, or just post. I'll do a post on there so we can kind of talk about it. I'll also be doing the YouTube posts, so maybe do a poll if you guys want to see like a time block, things like that. When
Yeah.
we should do this, maybe
Yeah.
keep things going. And like we said, for those that joined a little later, after the next episode, we're going to still hammer out the bugs. I think this one we've got a few more hammered out. I want to get this chat thing totally taken care of, and then we're going to be moving this to its own living, breathing channel. So
Yep. And we'll definitely be sharing all the links concerning that as soon as we kind of get everything set up, it should be good to go.
yep. And Herman, man, yes, tactical corgi patches. Thank you. You're shilling for me. Actually, I need to reach out to you, Herman. We need to talk.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I was about to say.
so
Yeah, man. Yeah,
cool.
the bubble tea patch is also pretty good too. I'm not gonna
Yes,
lie.
gotta
One of my
love that.
favorites.
That's still like the number one seller, hands down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, guys, and girls, uh, you bought a GNP mag. Thank you. I appreciate that. Guys and girls, thank you for joining us. And John, you got anything you want to sign off with?
No, man, I'm just happy to be here. I'm so happy everybody jumped on, and the chat is freaking awesome here. You guys and gals are awesome. Like really,
Yep.
this is great. I'm actually, it's entertaining for me to watch the chat. So this is like a
Same.
sign of a
Same. I
great
know
like
this is.
podcast.
I love it. I love you guys all in the chat. Doing all your, doing your chat stuff. It's very entertaining. It keeps our conversation going too. So
Oh
big
yeah.
thanks.
So, well,
Yeah.
cool. We'll see you guys
Cheers,
next
folks.
week. And next week we're going to
Yeah.
stick around the same time. Maybe push it to 9:30 so we can hammer out some technical difficulties. So 9:30
Yep.
p.m. our time, 9:30 a.m. on Monday. That's Eastern Standard Time, and that would be what, GMT 5:30 p.m. Help me
I think
out.
so.
Help me out, Mr. Herman. I think it's GMT 5:30 p.m. I think that's it. Doing the math quick on that. So if you guys want to join us in that, we're going to do it, and then we can kind of figure things out. So actually, yeah, we can make a Discord too. I think that could be fun. We can just kind of hop in on that one.
Yeah.
That's
You
something that,
just use your Airsoftology Discord for now.
yeah, I can use that. I've got it. I finally got it fully set up. So
Yep. Great.
cool. All right, everybody.
All right, big
Thanks
love,
so
everybody.
much, and
Thanks for joining.
enjoy your beverages safely. And I guess we're gonna stay hopped up.